Hi, I'm Ian Gordon, along with Dennis Pitzenbarger and Nick Miles. Thanks for joining us for this New Year's Eve edition of Fuel.
On this show, we're going to have two behind the wheels, taking a look at BMW's 525i and the new MDX from Acura.
And it all starts right now.
Woo! How festive.
Fuel is brought to you by the Russ Auto Group.
Hey, welcome back to Fuel.
In our behind the wheels this week, we're taking a look at BMW's 525i along with the all-new Acura MDX.
And in the pits, we're going to name the 2006 Car of the Year.
Right now, we'd like to take a second to thank the Russ Auto Group. They help bring Fuel to you each week.
Now it's time for some Fuel news.
This is the new Volvo XC60 Concept, a car of the future designed by the Volvo Car Corporation's design director, Steve Martin.
Well, this has been a really interesting project. Firstly, because it's the first one I can really show to the public. So, I mean, that's really exciting. Secondly, we're doing three things with this car. We're showing a little bit of what's happening within our XC range, that we are, within a couple of years, producing a new XC, downsized a little bit from the XC90, and this gives an insight, obviously, to that from the proportions and the stance and the character. Then we're also showing a little bit of what's happening with the DNA on the future, the design language, where that's going and how that will relate to not only the XC60, but also future products. And thirdly, we're showing a lot of design innovation, so new ideas which have been floating around in the studio, ideas I've had, and said, okay, now it's time to show the world, you know, what we can be and how innovative within design we can be at Volvo.
With the new XC60, Volvo takes a major step into the future. According to Steve Martin, we are able to see parts of Volvo's new DNA.
And obviously the first thing you notice here is the grille, the iron mark. This has now been completely reworked to give a lot more presence, a lot more premium appearance, a quality detailing, obviously increased in size, and a lot of attention to detail. This is obviously now in a optimized shape as far as the grille is concerned, so we've added this trapezoid shape to the grille.
Steve Martin's design team have worked hard to achieve this result. The interior displays a clean and exclusive design idiom with many technical innovations.
The result is actually fantastic. We've stepped up the level of execution and quality for sure, and delivery, and the time it was executed in was phenomenal, really. So I'm very proud with the result.
This is the jewel of the interior, and obviously, you know, we talk about the centre stackers, the floating centre stackers, about the icon of our design. Now we have another very interesting feature on the centre stackers as well, is this new innovative shifter. Instead of a normal shifter, what we did is incorporate this mouse-like shifter which floats around the centre stack. So it's a matter of pressing the button, and then you can slide it backwards and forwards into the right gear.
The colour is also important, and it's no chance that an exclusive bronze metallic finish was chosen.
Yeah, it's a new technique that we are using. It's called liquid metal, and it expresses the car in a very nice way. You see the highlights and the shadows, you get very nice form, and it kind of expresses the car in a very nice way.
The new glass tailgate is a technical and practical innovation that is impressive, somewhat inspired by the Volvo C30 that was presented earlier in the year.
Now what you can see here with the new tailgate is that the bottom part actually moves out and then moves up. The whole idea behind this is to add more flexibility to the loading of the trunk. So it works in two functions. As you can see, these arms connect the lower to the top part, and then it opens conventional. Now the advantage is you can park very close to something behind and still access the trunk, or if you only open the bottom part, you can be in a very low garage environment and still put heavy items or big items in.
Even if it takes some time before the XC60 is in production, with this concept, Volvo show that they are now entering yet another new and important segment.
We have a very strong heritage with XC vehicles, what with the XC70, the XC90, great success. So this is a new possible market for us to go into, and I think you'll find with this product we're going to make a tremendous impact.
It merely remains to state that this is a new and important step into the future. And you can see that Steve Mutton is happy with the result.
Of course, I'm extremely proud. I mean, it's a great car. Quality is terrific, and obviously done by a team of dedicated people in the shortest time.
This is a rollover crash test. Crashes that end in rollovers are rare but often lethal, claiming 10,000 lives each year.
And the majority of people who are killed in rollovers are ejected from the vehicle, and the vast majority of the people who are ejected are not wearing their seatbelts.
This is the General Motors rollover crash test facility, the first one of its kind owned by an automaker. Having the facility makes GM the first automaker to integrate rollovers into the variety of crash tests it does in-house at its Milford, Michigan proving grounds. Here, engineers will conduct about 150 tests each year.
The importance of this crash test site where we can do research into rollover is that we can generate the data necessary for us to understand rollover crashes.
GM will test several types of rollovers at this facility, including the corkscrew ramp rollover seen here. They're also working on sensors for airbags that keep people from being ejected out of their vehicles.
The major difference between a rollover-enabled bag and just a side impact-only bag is that a rollover bag stays inflated for up to 5 seconds, whereas a side impact bag inflates and deflates very, very quickly.
There is a lot to learn about rollover crashes and the injuries that result from them. This facility and the work that is done here will go a long way toward helping to improve the understanding of injury mechanics and occupant protection. For its part, GM says it will make rollover-enabled airbags standard on every one of its light trucks and SUVs by the 2009 model year and all of its retail vehicles by 2012. In Michigan, I'm Rose Tobias.
Still to come on Fuel, we're going to take a look at the completely redesigned Acura MDX, and we're going to be in the pits. And when Fuel returns, we'll take a look at BMW's 525i.